Oh, hi. It's Mr. Brooks here, and I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas from my family to yours, and I hope you guys are doing well. And what I'd like to do for you for a Christmas present is read to you a awesome math book. Some of you guys might have seen it in middle school. It's called MathCurse, and I'm going to get this name wrong, but it's by John Sizika and Lane Smith. On Monday in math class, Mrs. Fibonacci says, you can think of almost anything as a math problem. On Tuesday, I start having problems. I wake up at 7:15. It takes me 10 minutes to get dressed, 15 minutes to eat my breakfast, and 1 minute to brush my teeth. Suddenly, it's a problem. 1. If my bus leaves at 8 o'clock, will I make it on time? 2. How many minutes in 1 hour? 3. How many teeth in one mouth? I look at my closet and the problems get worse. I have 1 white shirt, 3 blue shirts, 3 striped shirts, and 1 ugly plaid shirt my Uncle Zeno sent me. 1. How many shirts is that altogether? 2. How many shirts would I have if I threw away that awful plaid shirt? 3. When will Uncle Zeno quit sending me such ugly shirts? I'm getting a little worried. Everything seems to be a problem. I take the milk out for my cereal and wonder, how many quarts in a gallon? How many pints in a quart? How many inches in a foot? How many feet in a yard? How many yards in my neighborhood? How many inches in a pint? How many feet in my shoes? I don't even bother to take out the cereal. I don't want to know how many flakes in a bowl. Miss Fibonacci has obviously put a math curse on me. Everything I look at or think about has become a math problem. I try to get on the bus without thinking about anything, but there are 5 kids already on the bus. 5 kids get on at my stop, 5 more get on at the next stop, and 5 more at the last stop. True or false? What is the bus driver's name? Mrs. Fibonacci has this chart of what month everyone's birthday is in. 1. Which month has the most birthdays? 2. Which month has the fewest? 3. Why doesn't February have a W? 4. Why do you think this chart looks sort of like a row of buildings? 5. Do you ever think that do you ever look at clouds and think they look like something else? 6. What does this ink blot look like to you? The whole morning is one problem after another. There are 24 kids in my class. I just know someone is going to bring in cupcakes to share. We sit in 4 rows with 6 desks in each row. What if Miss Fibonacci rearranges the desks to make 6 rows, 8 rows, 3 rows, 2 rows? I count the 24 kids in our class again, this time by 2s. Jake scratches his paper on 1 finger. How many fingers are in the class? Casey pulls Eric's ear. How many ears are in our class? The new girl, Kelly, sticks her tongue out at me. How many tongues are in the class? I'm about to really lose it when the lunch bell rings. Unfortunately for me, lunch is pizza and apple pie. Each pizza is cut into 8 equal slices. Each pie is cut into 6 equal slices. And you know what that means? Fractions. 1. If I want 2 slices of pizza, should I ask for 1/8? 2/8, 2 slices of pizza. 2. What is another way to say 1/2 an apple pie? 2/6, 3/6, la motte d'une tarte aux pommes. 3. Which tastes greater? Half a pizza, half an apple pie. We haven't studied fractions yet, so I take 12 carrot sticks and 3 at a time and eat them 2 at a time. In every afternoon, every subject is a problem. Social studies is a geography problem. The Mississippi River is about 4,000 kilometers long. An M&M is about 1 centimeter long. There are 100 centimeters in a meter and 1,000 meters in a kilometer. 1. Estimate how many M&Ms it would take to measure the length of the Mississippi River. 2. Estimate how many M&Ms you would eat if you had to measure the Mississippi River with M&Ms. Bonus, can you spell Mississippi without any M&Ms? English is a word problem. If mail plus box equals mailbox, does lipstick minus stick equal lip? Does tuna fish plus tuna fish equal tuna fish? Phys ed is a sports problem. In 1919, Babe Ruth hit 29 home runs, batted .322, and made $40,000. In 1991, the average baseball player hit 15 home runs, batted .275, and made $840,000. Circle the correct answer. Is Babe Ruth less than the average modern baseball player? Is Babe Ruth greater than the average modern baseball player? Is Babe Ruth equal to the average Major League Baseball player? In art, we finally get to relax with Connect the Dot picture. Here's my picture. Too bad it turned out to be a Connect the Ancient Mayan numerals picture. Math is just a total problem. Mrs. Fibonacci says there are many ways to count. She asks us to give some examples. Russell counts on his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Molly says 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Miss Fibonacci says, I always count 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. But on the planet Tetra, kids have only 2 fingers on each hand. They count 1, 2, 3, 10. And on the planet Binary, kids have only 1 finger on each hand. They count 1, 1, 0. What are the next 5 numbers in each sequence above? Do you think Miss Fibonacci has been to the planet Tetra? How would you bowl if you lived on the planet Binary? We are just about to go home when Rebecca remembers the special birthday cupcakes her mom made. There are 24 kids in the class. Rebecca has 24 cupcakes. So what's the problem? Rebecca wants Miss Fibonacci to have a cupcake too. Everyone is going crazy trying to figure out what fraction of a cupcake each person will get. I'm the first to figure out the answer. I raise my hand and tell Miss Fibonacci, I'm allergic to cupcakes. Everyone, 24, believes me, so gets 1 cupcake, and no one has to figure out fractions. I stagger out of school. I'm a math zombie now. I have to find something to break this math curse. I decide to try chocolate. My favorite candy bar is usually 50 cents. But guess what? Today it's on sale for 50% off. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, where a equals the number of letters in your first name, b equals your age, and c equals your shoe size. I decide to buy licorice instead. I pull out my money. I have $5 bill, $1 bill, a quarter, and a penny. George Washington is on both the quarter and the $1 bill. Abraham Lincoln is on both the penny and the $5 bill. So which is true? Is 1 Washington equal to 25 Lincolns? Is 5 Washingtons equal to 1 Lincoln? Is 1 Washington equal to 100 Lincolns? Is 1 Lincoln equal to 20 Washingtons? Don't forget to show your work. Extra credit. How do you think Thomas Jefferson feels about all this? I am now a raving math lunatic. What if this keeps up the whole year? How many minutes of math madness would that be? What's your problem? Asked my sister. 365 days times 24 hours times 60 minutes. I snarl. Dinner brings no relief. While passing the mashed potatoes, Mom says, what your father says is false. Dad helps himself to some potatoes and says, what your mother says is true. I think about that for a minute. If what Mom says is true, then what Dad says is false. And if what Mom says isn't true, then what Dad says isn't false. But that can't be true because he says that what Mom says is true and she says that what he says is false. Can that be true? I think about that. Then I think about it some more. Then I think I'd better go to bed. I undo 8 buttons plus 2 shoelaces. I subtract 2 shoes. I multiply times 2 socks and divide by 3 pillows to get 5 sheep. Remainder 1, which is all I need to count before I fall asleep. Then the problem really begins. I dream that I'm trapped in a room with no doors and no windows. The room is covered with a lifetime of problems. I only have 1 piece of chalk. How do I get out? I'm about to give up when the answer to my problem comes to me. Fractions! I break the chalk in half. Then I put 2 halves together. 1 half plus 1 half equals 1 whole. I put the hole on the wall and jump out. I'm free. I wake up Wednesday morning at 7:15. It takes me 10 minutes to get dressed, 15 minutes to eat my breakfast, and 1 minute to brush my teeth. My bus leaves at 8. What time will I be ready? 7:41. No problem. I've broken the math curse. I can solve any problem. And life is just about great until science class when Mr. Newton says, you know, you can think of almost everything as a science experiment. Oh. And that's my book. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Can't wait to see you back in January.